We're working on a blowed up ZR500. We're having a hard time getting a wrist pin out of the piston, so we gotta come in with a little enthusiasm here. Make a little room so we can get this rebuilt. I got the piston drug up out of there. You can see this piston is clearly fucked. Looking at the engine and looking at the piston, trying to find the cause of the blow up, because that's what we always want to look for. Off with when I was pounding this wrist pin out, whoever put this together last had the wrist pin in too far. They kind of had this keeper over here bent over and the pin was kind of shoved halfway out there. But that's not why it blew up. Scoring all the way around this mother means you ran her too hot. Also mean it was eating water, but I don't think this engine was eating water. Cylinders and the gaskets and everything just looked great on it. She was running when she was probably 45 degrees out and the snow was melting one spring. Somebody thought he was going to go out and just give her a pinch. We gotta get ourselves a new piston. So we come over on the shelf here and we get these high quality SPI parts. Drag her out of the box, and we want to verify that our wrist pin location is in the same distance to the top of the piston. What this dot on the top of the piston means, that goes towards your exhaust port when you put the engine together. Before dropping the piston down into the hole on these old sleds, there's one thing you want to verify here. You see these little pins that are in the grooves? Verify them are at the right distance, because these aftermarket pistons, them pins can slide in and your rings will be free to turn around your piston. When they do, this is what happens when it catches an exhaust port, and then you got junk. You're gonna see here on this new piston is there's holes drilled in this exhaust port. That's to oil the exhaust side of this piston. A lot of these aftermarket parts, people don't catch that, but it says in the directions that you gotta actually go do that yourself. There's some washers on the side of your needle bearing there. You don't want to lose those. Slide your wrist pin right in. And then install that keeper on this side. You want to verify that wrist pin moves back and forth and has free play on that rod. Drop that new jug right on the crankcase there. Drop the head bolts right down in the hole real quick. These old Articats are nice because the torque pattern is right on your head. 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. My master mechanic here is just getting the exhaust pin back. Come over and grab a couple new spark plugs out of the pile. Put them down on and then throw the old sparkulators on there. Are you fuckers silly? I'm not going anywhere. We're still gonna send it. Woo! You boys down south don't know what you're missing out on. See you fuckers later.